Miller Bakery Cafe opened in 1989, which was a defunct bakery built in 1941 as the Miller Bakery, hence the name. And I was hired on as the head chef. And in 1993, I bought the restaurant. I designed a menu around the heart of the kitchen, our wood-burning stove, which I'm working on here with a rack of lamb and a little pork tenderloin. I consider my cuisine globally influenced. Throughout my travels, I always pick up different recipes around the world. My menu will go from a French influence to an Asian influence to a Latin Caribbean influence, which is a very big passion of mine. I think the location of the Miller Bakery Cafe in Gary, Indiana, it works to our advantage, being a sort of a diamond in the rough, as you may say. It made it a destination restaurant from the very beginning. But 15 years down the road, we're still here and still kicking.
So Michael, you say that the Miller Bakery Cafe is a true diamond in the rough. Tell us why you chose it.
Miller Bakery is a cut above the typical Northwest Indiana food. And this guy, Gary, has a bad rap a lot of times as being dangerous. This guy took a chance. He opened his restaurant, and it's been there for 15 years. And the food is just excellent. I mean, as I say, my Field of Dreams analogy, if you build it, they will come. And he has done that in a neighborhood that maybe was not as attractive as others, and yet it's patronized tremendously. It's a wonderful restaurant.
All right, Juan, so we said to you, you're going to be on Check Please. We're sending you out to Gary, Indiana. What were your expectations?
Well, first of all, the area kind of bothered me a little bit because Gary does have a bad reputation. However, I got friends that live in Valparaiso, and he told me, he said, that restaurant is phenomenal. Bring a date. It's wonderful.
So it does have this reputation within Indiana for being a great dining spot.
Absolutely.
The ambiance was really nice. I liked it. The waitress was, I think she was a little tired, but she was very knowledgeable.
Now, did you like the Speed Racer pictures? That's what I wanted.
Well, see, that's the thing. The Speed Racer, when you asked me that question first, I didn't know what you were talking about because I used to watch that when I was a kid. His name was Meteoro.
Yeah, they talk with their lips always move different, like Clutch Cargo.
They did, yeah. When I watched it here, he had a different accent. I don't know why.
How funny. See, I remember Speed Racer as he's going the distance.
That's right. Well,
Oh, yeah.
Speed Racer
and he had the
pictures
steering wheel with a number 5 that you punch in the middle and the car jumps.
So did you say Go Meteor, and
No,
that
it
Go
was
Speed
Va.
Racer, Go Speed Racer?
Yeah, that would get me confused.
Meteor,
But
Va.
it is really a place to take loved ones. It has that ambience of celebrating somebody's graduation or somebody's anniversary.
Now, I grew up on the far south side in Morgan Park, but you sometimes have these stereotypical opinions of Gary. You figure what can be great there, and the traffic, it took a little while to get there, even 45 minutes from the far south side. And so I thought, wow, this place has got to be incredible when we get there. And from the outside, the exterior is pretty simple, but when you get inside and you sit down and you look at this menu and you start tasting the incredible food, it's wonderfully sophisticated, but it's still not so frou-frou that you can't enjoy it.
Now, Maureen, devil's advocate here.
Okay.
If I were thinking, okay, let's just say, for the sake of argument, perhaps that the blow-away factor for this restaurant, because you're thinking, oh my God, this is Gary, maybe your expectations are a little bit lower, so therefore, when it is good, it seems even greater.
No, I think it really was good. It was really well done, and I think, when you live downtown and you're passing 1,000 restaurants, more than 1,000 restaurants on your way to Gary to get to Miller Bakery Cafe, I would have been equally as thrilled had I found this in Lincoln Park, had I found it in Printer's Row or any place else. And the value was incredible. My mom and dad and I were amazed that we ate as well as we did for the price that we paid for food that was wonderfully fresh.
See, in our vicinity, though, that's considered high-end.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
And whereas I would think that Miller Bakery could survive anywhere in Chicago.
Oh, I think
based
so.
on the quality
I
of food.
totally do
But
think so.
the cost factor for the regionites, let's say, it would be considered higher.
Well, Juan, did this restaurant meet your levels of expectation?
Half and half. For an appetizer, I had the risotto and scallops, and it was undercooked. I was disappointed because
Well, risotto is usually al dente. Was it just al dente, or was it really undercooked?
it was undercooked.
Really?
Now the lamb chops that they had, were to die for. They will make you forget any problem you had before. And please don't forget that mousse chocolate something rather else dessert they've got, because it is phenomenal.
Now, Mike, they have some interesting items on the menu like cornbread pudding and ostrich. What do you like to eat when you go there?
I had the veal rack. We've had the lamb chops before. I've had the tenderloin, the pork tenderloin. I've had just about everything on the menu, let's say, non-fish.
You know what I like too was the fact that there were French and Asian touches to the food, because my dad had an appetizer of crab cakes, and you know it was just incredible because you're tasting seafood, but you're also tasting things that you would normally associate with Chinese food or some sort of Asian food, and it was really nice because it's this great interplay of cultures and food tastes.
You're saying it's a huge difference for you when the chef is the owner.
Well, obviously a chef cooks for money, but there's also a sense of pride, and he wants it done right. There's an unreplaceable difference when you get that, because it's not just somebody selling you food or selling you a plate or a dinner. It is his reputation, it is his work, it is his passion, his life work. This is not a cook at McDonald's. This is somebody who went to school, who knows about food, who knows about balancing it, who knows about nutrition. And some of the best chefs in the world are rather snob, obnoxious people.
Yeah, but
that's good.
But to add to it, it's if they do this well, they will make money, because
Exactly.
word travels quickly.
Like you said, if you
totally.
build it,
They will
they
come.
will come.
That's right.
Well, Mike, this was your selection. Give us a summary.
It's a high-end restaurant for the area, but it's safe, it's clean, the food, it's quiet, it's just a very, very pleasant dining experience.
You have a wonderful, delicious, leisurely meal, and you can spend 2.5 hours comfortably there.
The risotto and the scallops were underdone, which was disappointing. The singer needs a new job, but I would go back.
Well, you can check out Speed Racer and the sophisticated cuisine at Miller Bakery Cafe, 555 South Lake Street in Gary, Indiana, 219-938-2229. They're open Tuesday through Friday for lunch and dinner, and for dinner only on Saturday and Sunday. Reservations are accepted. The average dinner check without drinks is $25 per person.